let's get started. We're gonna jump on in. Feel free to keep talking about the MasterCard Visa drama. What games got pulled from Steam? Playing some Lost runs today. We're just gonna have some fun with it. Lost my favorite character, definitely here. Oh, Tainted Lost, but start with Sacred Orb to balance it out. Cheat? Oh, speaking of cheating, we have, it's such a pain, and sometimes I just uninstall it because when I do this, and then I load the game back up, it throws it back on there. It like puts the rules back on there. I don't want that to be, that wasn't even a rule. Who's using that rule? No one? What you doing, man? Dot rules. Hey, that's actually perfect. I don't need fill hearts. Extra bomb and a key for free, mind you. I'm gonna go ahead and just take the kamikaze. No, I'm not gonna be taking kamikaze. Yeah, absolutely not. Paint enemies with the tomatoes, and they become a target for the other enemies. And it works really, really well on bosses. I think that enemies, can they hit themselves with their own shots? I don't remember, like, I hit like Mother with it or something, and then like all of her crazy shots ended up hurting her. Mother can, yeah. But it must not like recognize that the shots from Mother are actually Mother's shots or something. I don't know. Yo, oh man, I gotta figure out how to get that. I got 5 bombs. Let's get a secret room here. Birthright prevents all the useless crap from spawning. Ooh. This floor, I'm actually liking this for a secret room. I should have totally gotten the shopkeeper with it. I'm liking top secret room there. I think that was the only spot it could have been. Could trade bombs for money here. Dono machine looking very bombable. Abominable? 2 spots left. 1 spot left. Back to 2 spots left for the secret room. It could totally be out this corner here. Kind of hope it is. So I was gonna say get into the I went full Arnold Schwarzenegger there. We didn't need to get into the cursed room. I had already been in there. So scratch that. You down? We're not getting the money. I don't think we're gonna get the money here. We get pageant boy from the boss. We get a box with a nickel or something. How's chat? How's everyone doing? We get a nickel from this guy or a Steam sale. Possible. 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Just don't know if Hut's meant to leave the chat off the screen. They started cracking down on people that actually were putting both chats on the screen. Also, I'm using a different program right now, which is the real reason. I'm not afraid of authority. Smeef, I've actually never been banned off of Twitch for any reason whatsoever. I don't think I've never been pulled over on the highway either, or anywhere for that matter. I've never been pulled over in my car. That's not actually true. One time I was pulled over. I pulled into my driveway, and like 3 cop cars like pinned my car in. And so that was like really weird. But Smeef Butlet, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Welcome to Hut's Butt Hut. Your Butlet is welcome here. Let's talk about it, huh? Whoa, I almost knocked over my energy drink. That's too much energy. I'm all right, Dad. Thanks. How about yourself? I'm doing fantastic. But, so I pull into my driveway, right? And 3 cop cars pin me in. Uh-oh. I get out of my car, or I open the door, and they're like, stay in the car! And then they're like, remain calm! You know, the police. And, so I get back in my car. Calmly.
Had to stop for a while, but now I'm back, baby. Let's go.
55 months, Lizard Locker. Thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate that. Anyway, so I get back in my car, And they come up and he's like, got his like hand. He's like ready. He's like, this guy's gonna fucking, I'm gonna shoot this guy. I know that, like, I was at my parents' house too, which was like in like a wealthy neighborhood. And I'm not saying that like we need to profile people. I'm just saying, I don't know what the fuck this guy was doing. And he comes up like, I'm like, I literally drove. It was a long time ago. So I saw that you're here. It was a long time ago, but I was at my ex's house and I drove from there. Nothing going on. Absolutely nothing happening right now. He comes up and he's like, I don't remember what the conversation was, but it was essentially like, where are you coming from? And I was like this place over here in this one town. He's like, yeah, are ya? Because we have reports that you were vandalizing places in the blah, blah, blah. And I was like, don't know what to tell you. No, I was not. And he's like, we have eyewitnesses reporting you being in this specific place. And we actually saw you drive out of that place. And I was like, no, I did not. You are actually fucking lying. And then he's like, remain seated. I'll be back. Right? And then he comes back. And he's like, yeah, all right, you're free to go. So he literally straight up lied to me about where I was coming from to try to catch me in my lie. Sure. I mean, it's an interrogation tactic, right? To say, I know you did this thing when you have no idea if they did that or not. You're like, I saw you do it. And then they're like, cause someone would be like, shoot, you did? Oh, I'm caught. But like, damn, dude. Flip right off. Carl's like, why are we screaming? Sorry, I was trying to intimidate the police who constantly tell civilians to remain calm while they're waving and flashing weaponry and screaming as loud as they possibly can with 2 or 3 different people talking over each other and screaming over each other and making you absolutely panic so that if anybody at any point in time has any sort of mental anything going on, like anxiety, they might not understand or they might freak out and then they get shot and stabbed and kicked and killed. And that's just how it goes, right? You need to remain calm, but the police don't need to remain calm. Anyways, let's move on from that. It's just scary. It's scary when you get screamed at by a police officer to remain calm. It's really hard to remain calm in that situation. It's so hard to remain calm.
Stay calm, him just gonna shoot you.
I mean, shit, dude. When someone comes up, I mean, his hand was like back. I'm assuming it was on his gun. Probably taser, right? But didn't you hear about the fucking thing when the guy had a fucking taser? It was a police officer. It wasn't a guy, but whatever, that doesn't matter. And they accidentally, instead of grabbing the taser, grabbed a gun. And shot someone. It's scary. How do I remain calm? You're holding a gun. For all I know, I don't know you. I'm not even sure you're a real police officer. What's going here? Anyways, there's gonna be a ton of people that are like, you're against the police. I think we're all against police brutality. Let's be honest. You just don't care until it happens to you. Oh yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Chill the tears. We're gonna want high fire rate with that. Oh, we're gonna. Oh, ooh, the green flies. That's funny because you paint one of them red, and like the other ones in the line are like, well, how do I can't turn around. We're connected. We're like brothers, only closer. I knew it. Dude, explosive enemy in the room. There could even be a top secret room. They might even be double dipping right now. It's possible they're double dipping. That would have been cool if that opened up the top secret room. All right, we'll check that out first. I'm excited. I'm excited to have a run here. With I don't even dislike Hemoptysis. I gotta be honest. Excited to have a run here with Birthright. As not our first item, almost our first item. And that should apply to our rerolls as well on the Eternal D6. So it should be a run full of some pretty spicy stuff unless I get murdered in the next couple of rooms. So technically I have been quote unquote pulled over, right? But the cop was not flashing his lights, and I didn't like pull over because of that. I just pulled in. I noticed there was a cop following me when I entered my neighborhood, and so I pulled into my parents' driveway as I would do. I don't know where else would I go with a cop behind me with no lights, but he's like trailing, right? Like if I put my brakes on, he probably would have hit me and then shot me because I damaged his car. No. He was dangerously close. He was dangerously cheesy. Yeah, I pulled into my driveway, and then like him and like two other cop cars were like, and I was like, turn the lights on. All my neighbors are like, they're criminals. I knew they were criminals. Damn criminals. Deport them. American police is pretty scary, not gonna lie. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to unpack there, right? You hear stories of, mate, I kind of want mapping for the next floor, but I could come back in. You hear stories from people that like, you know, live in, I don't know, UK or like Finland or something like that, and they're like, our police don't even have guns. But then you think about the fact that like there are like a shit ton of people that do have guns in the US. So like if your police didn't have something that could defend themselves against people that do have that, that's a whole problem. The whole firearm issue, man. I don't want your safety pin, I'm sorry. I was totally gonna use my strength card on that boss, and we murdered him, like, really, really quickly. I'm assuming we want Brimstone here, or do we want to go for Guppy? Guppy. Hope you're having a wonderful day, Magical Wolf. What's going on? Brim. Why not water guns? Marbles. That's kind of useless for me. Taking damage, it says. I don't know if you know what you're talking about. Birthright. Let's hear it. Excuse me. Prevents items useless to the lost from spawning. Examples. Activating upon taking damage. Yeah. I'll just play the blood donation machine. I wish I had some more rerolls. I've got a lot of things to reroll. I don't think we were taking our rerolls very seriously. Were we? Guess I'll take Hemoptysis. And then, what was the other thing in the other room? Like, a range upgrade? I think it was, heals. The 3 trinkets, though. Yeah, I mean, I get my choice of 3 trinkets. Brimstone with the blood drip. Tomato sauce drip, whatever. Kind of cool looking. And then, did we go down the trapdoor? I think we did, right? Can't remember. We get in there. That's where we got Shielded Tears. Shielded Brim, that's pretty cool. I don't think Shielded Brim works as well as like a normal tier, but I think it works. I could go see if there's a battery. I got 3 keys. Oh, well, almost. It's almost a battery. What else would I do here? I could bomb my donation machine. I could bomb this guy, but either way is not enough. Finally here. Dogs were out. Hi, Dad. World card in the curse room. Do I want to go back or now keep the strength card because I could just smoosh the next boss with that. But I like kind of finding the secret room. There's the world card. Does it show you the secret room or is that sun card that I'm thinking of? Except super ultra. It does show you the regular secret room. Sun card gives you the world effect. Game you would enjoy called Omelette You Cook. It's a cooking roguelike. I mean, we've played these restaurant roguelikes. Omelette. Omelette. Omeletto. Omeletto. Omelette you cook. How do you spell omelette? How do you spell omelet? Is that how you spell omelet?
You'll fit right here. But it's not gonna be enough.
Did you guys see the American Restaurant Simulator where you have to cook all the food only with shooting it with guns? Dance, what's going on? 63 months, hot damn. Welcome back. I hope you're doing well.
63 months.
Can't kill the metal as well at the same time. 66 months. 66-6. Chubb Barbarino, I missed you in there 31 months. Stay calm, I'm just gonna shoot you. Lizard Locker, 55 months. Had to stop by for a while, but I'm back, baby. Had to stop for a while, but I'm back. Hell yes. Only guns. What do you fry everything in then? So like you have a hamburger patty that comes down and you have to shoot it in order to get it onto the grill. And then you have to shoot it to flip it onto the bun. What's up, Huts? Oh, we're just doing our thing, playing a Lost Run today. Switching up to one of the games that I actually did sponsorships for. And I know people are like, you never play Huts, you never play the sponsored games anymore. You just take the money and then stop playing them. But I do enjoy these games.
Oh no, Principal Clucker's coming.
Welcome to Midsville Cafeteria. I love bacon. You don't tip. A cafeteria, not like a kid's cafeteria. Gosh, I was like, oh my God, we're going over the most American things ever. Kids are now being forced to pay money for their food in school and they have to drop they have the tip thing. I think it's a normal cafeteria where people are just eating food. Right, I don't call that a cafeteria, I call that a restaurant, but you can have a cafeteria style restaurant, but a cafeteria is in a school, man. That's a whole squid. That's a whole coconut. That bird is doing something I don't want to know. Yeah, I gotta say, I don't understand what this is at all. I have no idea what? It's overwhelmingly positive. 100%. I don't get it. We'll do that later. Maybe play it later, but it must be good. I just have no idea what I just saw. I have zero clue. WTF just happened. Look to German. Zoom in on their shirts, please. Was I supposed to? Did I miss something good? Demon's Tail. Yeah, we're gonna go Devil's Crown on that one. We're gonna get more devil deals. That sounds spicy. That sounds hot and happening. How are you, by the way, Dance? How is everything going? Sorry, we were very distracted by the coconut on the omelette. How to spell omelette? It's 2 T's and an E. No? Omelette with just L-E-T at the end is the standard American spelling, with omelette with L-E-T-T-E used in the UK and many other English-speaking countries. Okay, so I use the E TTE because I'm a fancy boy. I'm all right. Working my butt off. Oh man, Book of Shadows chat. Ooh. Started streaming. That's my exciting news. Yeah, how's that going? That might be Dutch. I would guess Dutch before German, to be honest. I feel like when it's German, you know. Dutch is just like a fever dream. You're like, I don't know what just happened. I mean, I understand that commercial for their game as much as I understand their language. And not as in like, I speak Dutch, but like when you hear Dutch, you're like, that's not a real language, right? Sims speak sounds more human than Dutch people Dutching. Oh, well, I feel nice. In the shop, we will get backpack. I'm also thinking I don't want to waste charges, and I could potentially turn this into, you know, I get bookworm, and then another devil deal item. That's pretty cool. And turn this into an item room if I could. Dutch does sound weird for me. It sounds like holding back throw up while trying to talk. Okay. I guess we were due for that, but we did get bookworm. Apple of Sodom, actually really good for Lost. It turns red hearts into spiders. It's not the bed. Tears down. Not good. Not good. Classic Eternal D6. At least we got our third and fourth book. And one of them being Satanic Bible. But we'll get an extra boss item. Extra devil item as our boss. Twisted Pear, Incubus. That's all I want. Pound of flesh. Pound your flesh. Man, I said I want tears up with the shielded tears, and here we go, putting tears down with tears down with tears down. 0.5 fire rate. I'm not happy with that. Damage is good though. Gilliness, I see you. Hello. Hi. How are you even playing Skyrim without 600 mods installed? But you are playing modded. Casually but modded. Any good mods that you're playing with? Tell me. There are some crazy ones out there. There are ones that just like turn it into like, I don't know, a completely different game. Like katanas and like weird bosses in the woods, and like, it looked like Sekiro more than it looked like Skyrim. Skyrim stream, but every 5 sub mod is extra mod. Every 5 subs, you download a new one. I totally forgot to use my world card, but good thing I didn't, because we found the secret room, quote unquote, on accident. Anyways. I like perfection a lot. Don't get me wrong. Do I want cubic meter or I want to re-roll that? I'm gonna stick with my trinket is the point there. We need a unified English language. Mostly retexturing. Few like I like a lot. One redoes the perk system. Includes a bunch of new ones. I feel like if I was gonna get back into it, because I dipped into the modding thing, and it's the same thing with Minecraft. You go too hard, and then all of a sudden you have like 35 mods, and one of them doesn't work with the other one, and you don't know which. I feel like it's gotta be a mod pack thing. I'm just gonna look for mod packs. Chat, do we want a cube meter or am I re-rolling? We have too many conversations overlapping on top of each other and no one's paying attention to the actual game. Syrian reroll. Keep it, says Wasker. I got 1 vote one way, 1 vote the other. 2 votes for keep. My biggest problem too, when I get so deep into Minecraft modding, is that eventually I end up downloading a virus. Eventually I get scammed. RL Craft. Nexus has mod packs. Keep reroll. Melicius, thank you so much for the follow. No straight up health upgrades now, right? There should be better stuff than the cube. It could have gotten deleted, but we got this cutie. Boom, baby. And I don't think we need anything else really. I don't even have a bomb in order to get more money, and my donation machine's dead anyways. So, I guess we go. I guess we count our blessings and we head out. Challenge room was it required a golden key, and I only have 1, and I'm saving it.
The world.
Let's see us with the prime sub. Very nice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. Integrated Minecraft mod pack, still work in progress, but everything is connected and works perfectly. There's a lot of things that I see that I'm like, I need that in my game. Did you guys see that one Minecraft mod where the person added like this cave demon into the game? And like, it's straight up horror. So, like, you're in a cave and it's programmed to like spy on you. Which one? This is one that I saw, it's probably a year ago now. And so like you'll be like mining and like you'll look over and you'll see like eyes like peeking around a corner and then it'll like disappear. And like it's usually programmed to run away from you, but then I don't know what happens. At one point in time, it just comes after you and just like it's this like big gangly thing and just kills you. I thought about installing that on Slothy's game and not telling her about it. It would have made such good short form content. But she would have hated me. So I, you know what? Is it worth losing your girlfriend over? Maybe. No, I'm kidding. You have any idea how little this narrows it down? I saw this, somebody was making it. I think it probably some sort of short form content thing that I saw it on. Contract from below. You know, I think that's actually pretty solid late game. But then again, we don't have perfection, nor do we have Guppy's tail. So let's hope that we get Guppy's tail with this. And options question mark. Those are the 2 things that I need to make this thing pop off. Make some good short work of your relationship. Yeah. Slothy hates horror. Both of us actually hate horror. Oh, hey, nice shirt. Heck yeah. Purity's also a proud owner of this phenomenal shirt. We were talking about the first time I played Minecraft with Slothy. There's a mod out there that puts in this like cave demon that like stalks the players. It's very spooky, very scary. It generally hides and runs and like peeks around corners, but then like at one point in time it'll just, I don't know if it just rolls a d20 or something, and then if it triggers, if the right trigger comes along, it just pops out and it's this big gangly thing that just kills your character. And I thought about adding that into Slothy's game without telling her. I'm happy that I didn't. I'm happy I did not do that, but man, oh man, that would have been funny as hell. Right, it would have been funny up to the point where she broke up to me. That's where the laughing would probably stop. Oh, don't you do that to me. Tough, that's tough, boss. Take one of these chariot cards. Good to see you. What's up, Alex? How's it going? Oh, see, now we could have gotten this secret room for free as well. Oh. Reading chat and getting hit. Your Lurkin dance. Have a good one. Fucking Skyrim. Yeah. Do your thing. Hots needs a lurk command for real. I need a lurk emote. Realistically, I think Dom is still doing emotes. So I had this. Like I want to show you guys the work that was done. But I feel like there's probably something illegal about showing you artwork that I have not paid for yet, because I haven't paid for it yet. I might not pay for it, unfortunately. We should talk about it. All good pills sounds nice to me. Yeah, that sounds really nice to me. That sounds pretty nice. Wow, we've doubled our fire rate. Holy smokes. Tim Lurk? Wolf, thanks for the follow. Yeah, so I've been trying to get a hold of this artist. I've been talking to you guys about the same artist for a couple of years now. I've been trying to get a hold of this artist to make me some art because I really like his stuff. And like I really like his stuff. I've been looking for an artist that I vibe with, and that's per kill, right? Like that. Although maybe we should be going a little bit harder for like Guppy's tail. I don't know. Thought about rerolling this instead. Nice. Ooh. So finally get a hold of this guy. I only have one bomb. I can't really. And he said he's like, hey, I finally have some free time. I'm gonna go ahead and get started on some work for you. And I was like, excellent. This was like a long time ago. And I was like, here's my idea. Here's what I want. I want a lot of stuff, right? I want to redo my profile picture. I want to redo my channel banners. I want to make an intro for my Twitch stream, I'll probably animate it, but I need someone to draw the art up for it. I got emotes. I mean, I'm talking thousands of dollars here that I'm willing to pay an artist to do all of these things. So like, I'm ready. I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord. And finally get a hold of him, right? Don't hear back about anything for like months. And I'm like, hello? Finally gets back to me and is like, yeah, hey, sorry. I'm totally gonna get started. And so I was like, all right, well, here's the picture, here's the references, here's the this. Once again, don't hear back for a long time. And I'm like, I don't think that you really wanna do this. Doesn't seem like you really wanna do this. And he's like, oh, I really do wanna do this. And I'm like, God damn it, because I really want him to do the stuff. And finally draws up this picture, right? And it's exactly what I want. It's perfect, it's great. I'm like, this is chef's kiss. I had to wait a year and a half for this. And I was like, I want you to do now a picture of Carl. And didn't hear back from him. And then, so I finally, this was like a couple weeks ago, I was like, dude, I gotta be honest, this is shitty, I'm out. He made the first image and I was like, how do I pay you? Didn't even get back to me, right? Couple months later, I'm like, I'm trying to pay you for the first image that you did. And you won't even respond with like your PayPal information. It doesn't seem like you want the job, dude. So that's where I'm at now. I still have not paid him for any of the work because he won't tell me his PayPal. I've told him I'm out. He said, yeah, I would want to be out too. So it's like this weird thing where he's like, I know I'm shitty. Who owns a license? Well, I haven't paid for it. So I think that you don't really, you know, own anything until you pay the artist. So technically, he would still owe. Like if I were to show you guys, right, and then you screen capped it, and then you started using it on your own or something like that, like I think I would be liable for you stealing that. But you commissioned it, but I didn't pay for it. Right? So I don't understand the rules and the laws behind it. I'm just saying I wouldn't want to show off his artwork that I commissioned when I haven't paid. But anyways, commissions are always a touchy subject. Do I want Steam sale chat or do we want a secret room reroll? This could be greatness or it could be deleted. But you already know that. Secret rooms are actually 82.5% chance that it deletes. Check your shop first. I'm gonna maximize rerolls. What's gonna be in the shop that I absolutely need to have? Stopwatch, I can do without. We're gonna win. Let's be realistic. Do we want glory or do we want a safe victory? There could be a Diplo. Well. It's gonna eat it anyway. Glory, roll, R key. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Golden Freddy, you son of a gun, you were right. Do we want it? Do we want to sacrifice our Eternal D6 in order to take an R key with us? That's a spicy hell of a run. Told you. Yeah, I might do it. With this trinket, I think that it would be a fun R. And hopefully with this trinket, we'll get nothing but glory in our devil treasure room. Right? You know what? That's not glory enough. That's not glory enough. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Fun R, that's what I do with Steve on the weekend. Fun R. I want that key. Could you give that key? Okay, you can have that key too, I guess. Check your shop first. Your shop can have Diplo. R-rated R fun. With that's what I need. There we go. There we go. Now we're talking. We're starting to talk. School bag would go hard. Would be huge. School bag would be nice. And I'm not going to use my R key, right? I could just continue to get rerolls on the D. On the DL. Keep the dice for boss room devil deal. Poll if Huts forgot R key. You know what I do want to do though? I want to do a poll for the next game. Do you guys want more drill core? Do you want more King is watching? Oh, wait. Maximize charges. Hang on. Could get a school bag. We could get a school bag in the shop. There's a Witchfire update. I should just show you guys the video for the Witchfire update. They said it's their biggest update yet. School bag, go. You know, you tried. Grab the battery. How is Drill Core? I've heard mixed reviews. I have been hesitant. I'm enjoying the gameplay of Drill Core. I think that it is entertaining, it's fun, it's addicting. I yearn for the mines. I don't know what to say. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, if I didn't say I wanted that. I want that. I need that. I need that. A little bit more than I probably need the school bag. I don't know. Anyways, what I'm not liking is the drill core meta progression. I explained it before where it's like, you have this game, right? And you're like, this is a fun game and it takes me 3 hours to get through this one episode, this one run. You're like, that's a long time. Chat with 73 months, what's going on? Welcome back. So you get done with a three hour run and you get like one thing to buy. And you're like, well, I have like 75 things to buy. So like, am I supposed to play 75 3-hour runs to incrementally step up? Like, I think I'm gonna get bored with the game before 75 runs, unfortunately. I'm not bored yet. I'm having a great time. But I don't know if I'm gonna make it to the end. But it's the same thing with King is Watching. There's, I think, an issue with the meta progression. Because, like, I'm, like, pretty, I wouldn't say deep into it, but, like, I've done a lot. And I am now just unlocking new kings. But when you unlock the new kings, you don't get their abilities until you play the earlier difficulties with the kings. Like, you have to take a step backwards in order to go forwards again. And you're like, could you just give me the abilities since I unlocked them for the first guy? I want to go back to difficulty 0. Too grindy in the wrong way? Like I said though, I'm having a lot of fun playing both of these games. I recommend both of these games. That does sound fun. Yeah, Ocular Rift, yes or no? We could get something like Twisted Pair, Incubus, other stuff. Or go with the Oculus. Fake stretching the game? I mean, it's a roguelike and you gotta have that gameplay loop. So, you know, you gotta do it somehow. It's whether you're gonna take the game, right? Which is like in this tiny little box and try to make a way for people to just kind of loop back and forth in that box. Or you're gonna have to stack like 75 boxes, right? The game needs to evolve to like more and more and more and more and more. We rarely ever see a game that evolves as you play it, right? And like Isaac, I don't know if it evolves, but like you add new levels and then you get new bosses and then new items and like the game is the same game, but it somehow feels like it's evolving. Whereas the other one, there's like incremental stat upgrades where you're like, you just spent like 2 playthroughs worth of meta currency to increase your troop limit by 1. By 1. We're not stacking. We're not evolving at that point in time. You are well in the box. So, little gripe there. Yes, yes, don't risk it. Ocular is nice. It can be dangerous, but it can also be nice. It's double-edged sword for sure. Also take. Like what I would want with, you know, something like that is like if you're gonna add the boxes, like I'm saying, like maybe, right, they do add 1 boss on there, but like maybe there's like you add a town that you now can pour your meta progression into. There is a kind of a town, there's, you know, in the start screen, but it's not what I'm looking for, right? I guess there's a whole new level with like new enemies that I haven't seen yet, but I have to unlock like level 3 difficulty on the first level to unlock it. So like there's a little bit that we haven't even tried, but I think I saw more take than not take. And then I'll re-roll this. Yeah. That's just good. Cult of the Lamb, good evolution, adds the whole colony management. You know, I did not like the colony management in that one. I found that to be quite stressful. It was like, by the end of one single run, everyone was starving, somebody died, and there's one person revolting guaranteed. So it was like, how am I supposed to go back in and do multiple, right? There was an option to do like multiple runs, and it was like, I could never. It literally is impossible, unless I want to just abandon all my people. And then within like 6 runs, I got everything on the little thing. I got everything. I was like, dang it, I was hoping that was gonna take me like 500 runs Not 6. Stressful and then a too easy. Yeah. Right. I could never loop in that game because, like I said, everything was just going to shit in the colony. It was tedious. The colony was tedious. It should have been easier to keep everybody, and it should have lasted longer for sure. And then you have some people out there that had like 100 people in their colony, and you're like, how? Did you not play the game? I struggled with 20. All right, we're gonna do Archie then. Cook stations, crap ton of outhouses, crap ton. I get it. Haha. Oh. Tim World 2, yeah. There was a new DLC that launched for Rimworld that adds in ships. Like before, right, when you built the ship, it like wasn't really a ship. And you couldn't like go on ships. Now there's ships. It looked almost like FTL. If I did Rimworld again, would I continue with Timworld? Point in time where I wish I still had my D6. Could have easily turned this into an item room. You know, I don't even need the buddy. I don't need him. Keep him. FTL brings me so much joy. Also the hardest roguelike I've ever played. It's incredibly difficult. Did you try the, there was a mod that came out that added a bunch of new stuff. I don't even remember what it was. If it was like FTL Plus or was something like that. And I could not get past like the second fight. Like it was so unbelievably, ridiculously, stupidly difficult. I was like, no, they ruined it. Made me sad. First world, that's trapdoor. Does that mean you bring back Tina? I mean, it's possible that if we did a Tim World 2 that we would pick a new animal to farm. But we might just get a Tina for old time's sake. I'll get pills so I don't want starter deck, but I'm kind of curious. Point purse maybe would be the best option here because of the good pills. Here's up, please. Fine. That's stupid. Oh, I should have saved the burp for the right moment. Tina 2 Electric Boogaloo. Have you played Into the Breach? Same guys as FTL. I bought it. I own it on like 3 different things. I got it for free on my phone and stuff, and like all this stuff, and I never played it. I don't know if I'm super into a turn-based strategy game like that, and I say that full well knowing that Mutagenics is coming out in February. Sorry, Ed, I don't know if it's my genre, but you know, I think the right game, no matter the genre, hits. Into the Breach is a lot easier than what? Game called Deathloop, roguelike shooter. I think you'd very much cool. I feel like I looked that one up before. Anyway, I'm just gonna add that to my wish list for now. $60. Oh, I remember seeing this. Is that the like top down? You're looking at a room? No. What am I thinking of? What the hell is this? Mixed recent reviews. Not promising. Not very promising. Wow, that was loud.
This whole island's like a broken record.
skipping endlessly on one fulfilling day.
I think I remember seeing this. Coming back. You're trying to break in, but you get like, you just redo the day. It's Groundhog's Day.
Then it's on me to end it for all of us.
Certainly an interesting game. Yeah, mixed recent reviews doesn't bode well. This kind of looks like We Happy Few graphics. Almost looks like it's playing like what's that game where you're like the stealthy guy that breaks in? Like steampunky. Grounded 2 also has very mixed reviews. I know Slothy liked Grounded 1, and I played a little bit of it too, so we talked about playing the second one, but if it's crap, I don't know. Dishonored, thank you.
Nice try.
I like how we've gotten to the point where you guys just know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about it, for the most part. For the most part. Same developers, was it? As Dishonored? Personal dictionary. Arcane made both. Our last treasure room. Yes, it is. Be something good. Give me that twisted pear. My shadow. Funny one, sure. I just hope I never get that close to enemies. Wiggly worm, I'm in. I see forever.
I can see forever.
Forever. Arcane under Bethesda. Weirdest one. 40 months and
Same developers as Dishonored to Arcane Lion was making Deathloop while Arcane was making Redfall.
was making Redfall. What's Redfall? Got 3-star nugget. Junk. Hey. Oh, did you see the double wiggly? It was almost like a freaking DNA strand. It's red that falls. It was atrocious. Well, that has something to do with the fact that the Deathloop was also mixed recently. Is it kind of a company-wide issue there? Kind of a problem there with the other stuff there. How dare they call the chicken nugget a junk? One man's 1-star junk is another man's 3-star junk. You know what I mean? I'm hoping to get a second brand. Redfall was a bad idea. What was Redfall? I'm sure I saw something about it. I just don't remember. And maybe it's best to just not remember. I don't want to actually go back and get the second Stay Forever pill, but Louis Mamas. Shade and Shadow should do something together. Don't you think? Don't you think that should be a synergy? The two of those should work as one. Like, you know, if they hit the little shadow behind me, it spawns the chargers. I think that I should turn that into the guy that's even further back, which has an easier time of running into enemies, and that one should spawn chargers. You know what I mean? They should work. Any other shadow-based items in this game? Microsoft shut down Arcane last year, probably in part because Redfall, but Arcane Lion, I don't know how to say that. Still making their next game. I think it was a known IP, but not sure. Redfall. Why do I have a picture? Oh, okay. For a valid date. Whatever. Let me see it. I'm an adult. Mostly negative. The town of Redfall is under siege by a legion of vampires who have cut the island off from the outside world, trapped with a handful of survivors, slay alone or squad up in an open world FPS action. What happened to it? With the vampire? Opening of Redfall has some stunning scenes. Still on Game Pass. Is this a political thing, or did the game suck? Because like sometimes you'll have a game where they did something or said something, right, and then people bomb their reviews because they're mad.
Vampires.
Game sucked mega balls.
Psychic phenomena. Never seen anything like it.
This is not the Redfall I remember.
Ever forward. No one is coming to help you.
Yeah, never played it. The trailer is even having frame issues. Game was trash. Cutscenes were a slideshow. AI sucked big time. Rushed half-baked Microsoft, but who knows? Bill, thank you so much for 20 gifted subs! Bruh. Putting a hat just for you, Bill. Thank you so much for the 20 sub bomb. Hell yes. If you got a gifted sub from Bill, make sure to thank Bill. How are you doing, Bill? Redfall was the game nobody asked for. Devs too. Damn, much love. 2 golden keys? Health up, luck up. I like it. Don't let it down, yeah. Bill, did you ever play Redfall? Seemed like a cool idea, of course, but could be a fun thing with the GF, but Game Pass not worth buying. I probably am not gonna waste my time if it's that bad. Bill's gonna fish out the pond. Rabbit fish bike. Well, hey, if you're pulling the junk out, it's a humanitarian effort. Don't play Redfall, your psyche will thank you. Soul of Eden probably better. The Chariot though, invincible plus ×4 fire rate multiplier with Brim would be insane, but I'm gonna go for the fun. Pulling my junk out is humanitarian effort. La 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 la. Arrest this man. Yeah.
Redfall was an interesting idea, but of course they had to live service it. If they went with Arcane's classic storytelling and level design, it might have worked, TBH.
They had to live service it. They went with Arcane's classic storytelling and level design, it might have worked. Where do you guys stand in the whole stop killing games thing? There's an initiative coming out that are saying that like any games that have that live servicing need to release the tools if they're going to cut the game, so that if you bought the game for that, for the reason of you know, always on what is it, DRM or whatever it is, or like all of these things that like you can no longer play the game anymore because they're not servicing the game, so the game is shut down. Should they legally be required to release tools for you to run your own server or to somehow continue experiencing that game because you paid money to experience it? Right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but that was the gist that I got from that. Pirate Software is a moron. You know, I have not followed, I have no idea who Pirate Software is. I've never watched him once. No idea. Either that or give him my money back. Yeah, no, I mean, like, it makes sense, like, from a company standpoint, if I made a game that required servers and all of these things, and then like 3 years later, I'm like, I literally can't afford this. I have to shut the servers down. Of course the game would go with it, right? And to like legally be required to release information about like the servers and stuff could be proprietary stuff. I mean, not, I don't know, I have no idea, but there's gotta be some way, right?
Judgment.
Give people the tools to play the game that you don't want to support. But you guys got to remember that you don't own the games, right? You're not supposed to own houses. You're not supposed to own the games. You know what? Soon enough, you're not going to even be able to own the food. And if that restaurant needs it back, here's a finger. WTF pay for. Pirate will talk your ear off about how he worked at Blizzard, which I'm not sure is something to brag about at this point in time. Ultra secret room. We'll take a mark. More devil items. The devil pool ever shortens. Sorry, I was pooping. Stop Killing Games Initiative is an issue that should have not existed if publishers know how to do business. Yeah, true. But I'm sure it's some sort of, you know, we have to get this much money, and it's just when you have a company behind something and not some person could make less money to support their projects. Some person could push through low times in order to stay with their dream project. We're talking like something that we don't usually see anymore, but on the level of beep, boop, what's the game? Shit, the space game that everyone hated. And then he was like, no, I'm sticking with this and I'm gonna see this through because I can handle low sales and negative reviews. And then he pulled that shit straight out of his ass and it was, No Man's Sky. Oh, don't get me started on stars.
Star Citizen.
Stop. No Man's Sky. We don't see that shit, right? Because there's usually a company behind it that says, we gotta hit X amount of dollars, and if you don't get it, we're canning your ass. It's not even up to you anymore. That's not what I want. It's not it. No Man's Sky, look, I understand why people like the game. I can watch people stream the game and be like, whoa, that's super cool. Every freaking time that I get on that GD game chat, every time that I load up No Man's Sky, It is the buggiest, shittiest mess I've ever experienced in my entire effing life. It is unbearable. It literally takes us, there's 3 of us that are trying to play it together. It takes us about 45 minutes in order to even load into the game. And then it takes us another 45 minutes at least in order to find each other with game crashes and bugs and glitches and all these, like my ship is supposed to be here, but it's not here. I wanna fly to you guys, but my ship is literally not here. And now it's no longer in the system. I don't know what to do. Let me restart my game for the 17th fucking time. It is, I want to believe, but I do not believe at all in any way, shape, and or form in Star Citizen. It is 100% a scam. And it's been in development for, what, 15 years, and it's gotten like millions of dollars of funding? No, scam. I can smell a scam. I would say from a mile away, I'm next to it, I'm inches, and I'm like, yep, still a scam. Star Citizen, never played that. Never had problems on console. Wait, never mind. Never played it. The Ponzi scheme. I bought in, man. I bought in. A friend of mine was like, I really want to play this game. It's amazing. I mean, he still likes it. He gets through the bugs and stuff. I think he mostly plays on his own, so he doesn't have to have the problem of like somebody else's issues. But he still likes it. He still believes it. And so I'll still log on. I'll support him, and maybe not the game. Maybe he'll notice me now. Sorry, we're in the middle of a rant. Who did you pop in earlier? Cute Twitter post. I was like, that's cheesy if I tag you in it. Right? I don't know. Hey, babe. I hope you're having a good day. You back from the pool? Just don't get too tan, okay? There's a difference of looking like your very, very white boyfriend and looking like I have a medical deficiency or issue. And the tanner you get, the whiter I'll look. Remember that. Hype train started. Slothy. Sexy, amazing, tier 3.
Working on making you look more vamp-hot slow.
Yeah, I guess at some point in time they'll assume I'm a vampire, which then could wrap back around to being sexy again. Like, damn, immortality? You know, people be like walking around me like, kinda want him to suck on my neck. You know. Hype train to level 3. Bill with 1337.
Ooh, it's a ska asterisk, cough asterisk, hype tree.
It's a ska cough hype train. Asterisk, asterisk. Chad, do we want the wiggles or do we want the boogers? Slothy, what do you want me to have? I know you don't understand what I'm talking about. Just pick one. Boogers or wiggles? The boogles. You can suck on my neck. Chad, I'm the only one allowed to say that. Wants the wiggles. Slothy wants the wiggles. They're both good. Like, larger hitbox is very meaningful. The boogers, obviously, you know, probably one of my favorite trinkets, but we're not in a position of needing the booger damage. I think we're gonna be just fine. So wiggles is maybe a little bit more fun to look at too. I know the boogers. You gotta remember everything that you experienced. I thought the boss was gonna be there. I don't know why I went into that last room after I found out it was definitely not. What are we at? Level, if we can finish level 3, chat, I'll take some vitamin C. We can finish level 3. We're close. Take the money, that's fine. Did my sub get through, Tin? I did not see your sub, no. You might have to refresh and wait for it to offer the share button. Birthright's looking real nice right now. Oh, I don't know what just hit me. I think maybe an eyeball spawned in the corner I was standing in. Oh, I went the wrong way. And if Mom wouldn't have died, I would have been dead. I would have been deadsies. Anonymous gifter? With how many? It's not even telling me how many. Lizard Locker, thank you so much for the gifted sub. I appreciate you. Anonymous with 10 gifted. Thank you, Anonymous. Damn, we're almost done with level 5 now. Wowzers. Do I wait for the hype train to end before I go get it? Because I don't want to leave in the middle of a hype train. Love the peak content, Wingman. Yeah, it's a stressful game.
Love the peak content too.
A stressful game for sure. It gets me, but I do like it. I do always want to go back to peak, and of course I love playing with Slothy. Chan, thank you so much for the 9 months. That's a butt baby. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And Wingman, thank you for the bits. I'm gonna grab it now. Let's just do it. Over with. Carol. I do that now because Slothy did it and I was like, I think that sounds funny. So now I go, Carol. Salute.
I am waiting for Cairn. It feels more akin to true climbing.
Salute. Waiting for Cairn. Is that a new game coming out? Thank you for the bits, Bill. I appreciate it. And 10, I got your sub. 2 months, double butt. Hell yeah. Gonna be one of those streams, man. Chasing apple juice with an energy drink. What am I, a college-aged white girl? Apple soup. Post. November 5th.
November 5th, 2025.
Karen. No, Karen. Well, well, we don't have to read it, probably. I'll get the gist of it. Is this multiplayer? Piton, Chad, it's a piton. Lolly, would you play this with me if it's multiplayer? This actually looks dope. It looks very single player though. There's a shop up there? Oh man, I bet you they're super happy that Peak came out and like paved the way for something like this. I would imagine that like you're making this game, probably been in development for a while now, right? Oh, the demo's even, you can play the demo right now. Damn, maybe we should do that. And then maybe not today, I'm just saying at some point in time, maybe we should play because it looks dope. You're making that game for a while, right? And then Peak comes out and you're like, oh, they stole our idea, we're screwed. And then everyone loves it. And then your game is coming out just long enough afterwards. And it's like a step up, at least in graphics. I think that's gonna work out really well for them. I think Peak paved the way. Well, for a demo. I got a rubber duck for your Jeep, you did. Looks not as silly as Peak. No, that looked very serious. I do enjoy the silliness, especially for the multiplayer aspect. But I think the problem with Peak is that it's so not It's so not an accessible game. Love having the ducks lined up on the dash. Chad, I'm gonna do an anonymous survey right now. What I do with my windows here, I clicked the wrong buttons. There it is. New poll. Rubber ducks in Jeeps. Cool. How do I spell douche? I always forget. D-O-U-C-E, douchey. Huh? Will be a third option. No, let's just not do a third option for huh. I'll give you 5 minutes to vote on rubber ducks and Jeeps. Is it cool or is it douchey? The content does not meet guidelines. Give me a different word for douchey. Lame. There. Fringe. Delta Bravo. Can't come over here. Don't even try. Don't even lie to me like you can come over here. Paramenes. I don't know much about the whole rubber ducks in Jeeps thing. I don't know where it comes from. I don't know why it's a thing. I didn't know until well after I owned a Jeep and people were like, where are your rubber ducks? What do you mean by rubber ducks and Jeeps? So people that own Jeeps get rubber ducks or are gifted rubber ducks or gift each other rubber ducks. And it's very common to see a Jeep with like a line of like 10 plus rubber ducks in their dashboard. And yeah, they could be cute. Like I said, I'm not trying to say one way or the other. I honestly was new to this whole thing. I didn't know it was a phenomenon. Can we look it up? Can we ask Grok? Why do Jeep owners have rubber ducks? Is the top thing. Jeep owners have rubber ducks in their vehicles as part of a popular trend called Jeep ducking or duck Jeep. Flies. Lighthearted way for Jeep enthusiasts to show appreciation for each other's vehicles and spread positivity within the Jeep community. Practice involves placing a rubber duck on another Jeep, often with a small note or tag to brighten the owner's day. Random acts of kindness, community building, spreading origins, how it works. I think I know how it works. Not everyone loves it. While the majority of Jeep owners embrace the trend, it's worth noting that not everyone is a fan and some prefer not to participate. Let me do a deeper dive. Sounds anti-douchey. Yeah, I don't understand the hate that I get, or hate it gets, not I get. I don't really get hate for that. I get hate, don't get me wrong here. Community and camaraderie, spreading joy, simple and approachable, unique to Jeep culture. In short, rubber ducks on Jeeps represents a fun and friendly way for owners to connect, express their shared passion, and spread a little bit of unexpected happiness within the Jeep community. Yeah. I could show you guys my Jeep, or my rubber ducky collection, if you want to see them. Melker Goth with 5 months. Good to catch you again. Thank you so much for the 5 months, my friend. I appreciate it.
It was crazy once. They locked me in a duck pond with quacking. Quacking makes me crazy. Crazy, it was crazy once.
What do we have here? We have, it went from being lame to now being cool after AI basically said, that's a positive thing. So I think that people that said it was lame are like feeling bad. They're like, oh, I'm just shitting on someone's happiness. I'm gonna go positive. Show us them duckies. Need you to get dad an Ohio-themed ducky for his Jeep. Crazy, I was crazy. Thanks, Syrian, for the 100 bits. I appreciate that. I voted lame. You're the one that bought me or got me a Jeep. You didn't buy it, right? Did you buy it? I'll go get my duck collection. I'll show you. Give me 2 minutes. It was your sub fishing shit. Oh, I got you. I thought you literally had a duck, and I was like, I thought you were against this. Why are you doing this? You guys want some duck pics? All right. Show us your duck. Okay. Chat, I got my ducks. All right. We'll vote on who the coolest duck is. Wait a minute. We're missing one. Nope, we're not. I was like, where's Drunk Duck?
Happy 51 months. Did you see that Witchfire got a no update,
We were
Dan?
talking about it, Ice King. It's actually in the Discord post. I was saying there's a new Witchfire update that we should probably check out. Thank you for the 51 months. I appreciate you. Globby, thanks for the follow. This is Drunk Duck. This is Drunk Sun Duck. He's got a little wing. He's out. He's like, oh, he doesn't know what he's doing. Do Jeep owners compare ducks? It's all about duck size, you know? And here's Mini. Speaking of, here's Mini Duck. So it's just a little tiny baby duck. Air quality alert for Savage. It's been a severe weather alert every day for about 2 weeks now in Minnesota. I'm not a Gnoblin, I'm not a Gnelf. I'm a duck. Woo! This is my duck gnome. He's got a blue hat, but you can't see it. This is the most recent duck. This is Scuba Duck. He's ready to go in his gear. He's also blue. And then last but not least, we have Groku Duck. Missed an opportunity there to put the duck inside of the little like floaty thing. Diver Duck, Dave Duck. And that's all 5 of my ducks. Scuba Steve Duck. That's a duck goblin. Oh my god, best duck. Everyone loves my duck. People can't get enough of my ducks. So that's what I have so far. Once again, I have not purchased a single one of these ducks. These ducks were forced upon me. High Priestess, Emperor, Ace of Clubs. Use the Ace of Clubs in the big room. What do you need, buddy? Huh? What do you need? You're like, Dad, you were like running around and being all exciting and stuff, and I'm bored. I need this energy. Bring it back. Good room to use that in. Qualidad. Two-headed Venus, what's up? Was the game polled for already? No. Should we poll for that now? I ducked you my response. Please show. I was reading chat, by the way, for that bomb that went off. I totally could have gotten hit. What do you need, buddy? You want this ducks? He's like, those are my toys. That's a toy for me. I can smell it. I see a small thing in your hand. Those are my toys. He's sniffing up at him. He wants him. Like I said, Shielded Tears doesn't really work that well for Brimstone, unfortunately. No. This is a no. Good boy. He sniffed it and they looked at me and he's like, yeah? I was like, no. He's like, oh, not a toy for me. Ugh. I'm taking it. We'll probably get a bunch of items. I don't know when the right move would be to... Oh, that's not good. I don't like how it shoots backwards. And I'm gonna have ocular rifts behind me.
Soul of Eden.
Nah. Nah. Duck that looks like Carl, and we need a duck that is for Carl. That's the thing, though, is you might confuse him to thinking that the ducks are his. Would a game by Edmund Macmillan be considered indie? Yes. How do we define indie games? In games that are not through some sort of AAA company. Edmund Macmillan games are made by Edmund. And a few others, like Tyler. Oftentimes personally financed. How would it not be considered indie? Because you think that it's so popular? Part of the indie requirement requires it being not popular? Don't really need that, but sure. I never really got the hype behind the Isaac games. That's a funny thing to say. Coming into an Isaac stream. Like, you're trying to say that you personally like it, but you don't know why others like it? Would also be a strange thing to say. This is why I wanted options question marks. They're goots. Games by Edmund Macmillan are generally considered to be in the category of a shit of peace. Could teach him about ownership, like legit, I taught my dog how something can be his or some other dog, and he gets it. Ah, got it. Well, you see with Carl, I've just never thought to ever teach him anything about ownership, and I just let him do whatever he wants all the time, and I just don't believe in training. /S. I'm just giving you shit. Fire an upgrade there. What a dick. Sorry, it's the shot talking. I've taught Carl that everything that's yours is actually his, and he should bully the shit out of you until he gets it. Good boy, Carl. Alpha males have to come from somewhere, don't they? You an alpha male? He's also trained to steal your wife. Probably the first time I understood sarcasm from someone. Ewies. Crystal key. Could be fun, but oftentimes red rooms are just a waste of time. Let's be honest. Oh my lord. Not happy with that. Consistently taking damage. It's definitely the fault of the ocular rifts that are now behind me. Ooh. Fire rate upgrade again. Fire rate right now is phenomenal. No reason not to take that. Ooh, oh. I'm sad. Why are you sad? Because I was sarcastically a dick. What are we talking about, chat? Hey, little whore boys. Is that why you're sad? A little bit, Dad, yeah. Well, I didn't actually mean ill will towards you. I apologize if I upset you. Take responsibility for my actions. What we got going on? Thanks for the follow, Luigi. 1 month, see the Witchfire, I read down. Yeah. If I get perfection now, I'll probably take it. Wiggles were great. Wiggles did us right. It's time to evolve. Honestly, love to see Smelter here. We are Sans active item, so it's a very exciting time for us. We're a free agent. Ah, we're not that free. Eh. Laz, I think it's totally fine if you want to comment about things that you do in the chat. You're talking to a lot of people, not just directly me. I was being sarcastic. Like you were over-explaining that idea of training your dog to me directly. I'm sure someone could find that information very useful. Should we go all paths? Should we do Mother? Should we do Beast? Should we have fun with it? Should we go back to the chest and try to make the most ridiculous broken run we could possibly make? What should we do? Is there a game you play off stream a lot right now? That is a great question. Great question, chat. Yeah, I've actually been playing King is Watching a lot off stream. Did you consider taking a look at Void War? It's FTL like 90%. There was another FTL like game that came out. I don't know if it's Void War, but didn't capture me. And I think it did poorly. Mixed reviews. That is very FTL, but that was a lot of units. This is FTL. Is this new? Based on Warhammer. It looks interesting. Overwhelmingly positive reviews. June 2nd, it like just came out. I just, you know, quote unquote. Sure, yeah. Maybe I'll put that on my wish list and get it if it's on sale. Was it technically a roguelike? Yes, it's the first tag. Interesting. 1 month or so ago. Looks crispy. Out of the way here. Okay. It's on Tim's face. He's like, "Girl, what?" Good to go? I think we're good to go. Yep. Am I leaning towards going back to the chest at this point in time? So that we can have I was gonna say a busty run, but that's not, I mean, if we went beast, it'd be a busty run. If we went to the chest, it'd be a busted run. If we went to mother, it'd be a buster run. I don't know. It's actually pretty good for the lost. I forgot that we had scythe shot. Everyone's just going to die. Suppose at this point in time. Have you played Undermine? You're funny, buddy. We played Undermine 2 streams ago? Is that 2 streams ago? Should we get back in? Should we play more? Yeah, I'll take that. This guy, I can do without it. I don't really want conjoined at this point in time. I guess we'll probably, if we're gonna go to the chest, we'll probably get something that will make that make sense. But more shots is gonna be worse for me, given the fact that we're struggling currently with too many suck holes, if you will. Two-Headed Venus gifted a sub. Hell yes, thank you so much. Appreciate the support. Beep boop boom beep boop boo. Look at that. Look at the size of that suckhole. Yeesh. On cash. I don't even have mom's key. I do have mom's key, actually. We did recently pick that up. Here's up. Loving that. Straight up Elder Portal. Eldritch. Elder? Eldritch Portal. What do you need, buddy? Dad, I need something. I have all this energy and nothing to use it on. Dad, I'm losing my mind. Are you losing your mind? Are you losing your mind? Your mind. Are you losing your mind? Carl, I was Carl once. Huh. Love you. Love you. If you loved me, you'd take me outside to play. Hello. Hello. Goofer. I'd like to go to my shop, please. What? What do you need? He's just bored. I should go fetch one of his bones. He thinks he's really, like, I don't know, smart. He buries his bones underneath the furniture upstairs, and then he can't get it back. That's not very smart, is it? He's like, what are you talking about? I'm a genius. No other dog stole my bone. Success. I consider this a success. You think that's pretty successful? They're pretty successful. One shot? No, not even. Dragon. No. Mom's key, man. Wheel of Fortune that activates a dice room effect, if I'm not mistaken. I don't need it. America will never replicate pubs the way we have them. They do try, though. America is built around cars and not pedestrians and not communities or local people walking to someplace and being a part of something. We don't do that here. We separate everybody into their own homes and in their solitude promise that that money will make their sadness go away, or working for money for said money will make their sadness go away. When it does not, nothing will replace that feeling of community that Europe has. Ozen, thank you so much for the 55 TRY for Super Chat. Hello, Huts, how are you? I love the Lydia videos. Yeah, that was fun. They were fun to make. And you're gone. Box. Oh, gotta go back.
Tears up. Bercano.
Not a bad trinket, but not something I'm currently looking for. Fell asleep during the last Lydia video. Culture shock for me when I couldn't just walk around Florida. Roads and cars. New York is one of the only walkable American cities. Any big major city is going to be walkable to some degree, of course, but only after you drive into it. Which is not unlike Europe, right? Taking the bus or train into a major city.
The moon.
But yeah, everything is like suburbs are just not walkable. You're not going to get that experience. They really need to make more, like for example, what I'm trying to say is that they built a new grocery store and Best Buy, and it was like this huge lot that they took over, and they made a bunch of new stuff. And in the back of my head, I was thinking, wouldn't that be really cool to have like a park and like a fountain and like benches and like trees and like a really cool walkable area around this place? Nah. Big building for Cub Foods, big building for Best Buy, the rest of that entire big lot paved. So there wouldn't be any reason for people to walk about there. It would be boring as hell. But that's just what you get. That's suburban life. I want a place that I can walk to and hang out in, but I do not have that, period.
Tears up.
Yeah, multi-dimensional is a thing. Reroll machine, nice. Grab deliveries for DoorDash, and the amount of boring in the suburbs is painful. It's unbelievably drab. Tempted, honestly, for I could just once. Box of friends. What you get for not having any kings and dukes and stuff that could have built their fancy parks. You're saying that it was built for not the people, but for the wealthy. The kings. Take a luck up, actually. A little late for that, but we got money. I am one of the wealthy. Abigail, what's up? That. Do I want it? At this point, why not? Yarrow's pretty good. Haagen-Dazs ice cream. Joker, I don't mind that. Joker. I have a 100% chance Devil, so. I want to get my Twisted Pear on, you know? UK has its flaws too. Yeah. I've kind of taken a back seat right now to the conversation because it ended up just turning into like basically a F the US kind of a thing. And while there's plenty of things to say. Like you said, no place is perfect. I just wish we had more parks. City I live in is pretty walkable. We're in Date Depths 1. More size down. I'm maxed for fire rate, I do. There are things to be positive about, like sweet tea, for example. Multi-dimensional, baby. I can't miss. I can't miss him. $17 luck, by the way. Darkest Bummus? Nah. He'll be happier without me, buddy. Lots of money. Money, 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 money. Mom's key, more like money. Diplo, I'm interested. I'm very interested. This, why not? Multi-baby glass cannon, unexpected god tier synergy. Speaking of God, getting 2 god heads wouldn't make a whole lot of sense for me with the Diplo. I don't think they're like stackable. I do have stackable items mod on, but I'm on Rep Plus, and I don't think it works Rep Plus. Oh yeah, god head doesn't really even work for my laser, but it does work for this. Works for that. Boom. This one I'm working huts is my hero regardless. Kind words. You're done. You're donezo. You know what? We're going down. Going down, down. You lost your Joker. I did. Thinking about the future now. It doesn't work for Brim, I was saying, but of course we get homing with the Brim. It's not going to make much of a difference at this point in time, but yes, homing Brim is a very cool combination. That is not one. Another Brim shot, though. Actually, it actually has a Monstro's Lung Brim, so it's a lot more Brims. Plus the homing is going to be great, actually. Perfect.
I can see forever.
Sorry I doubted you. Time to accept conjoined into your life. Our conjoined Lord and Savior.
One makes you small.
Window. Amazon delivery. What did I order? Speed or spun? How about neither? I don't need you to hurt my fire rate. No, thank you. You happy, chat? You happy? Happy, and you know what? Clap your cheeks. Oh, I remember. Big old tear there, don't you know? They're a guy, they're a bud, they're a dude, they're a buddy guy.
I can see forever.
Not bad timing for that. Excuse me. Watching YouTube ages ago, and then YouTube stopped recommending your videos, and then I saw you live on a rare occasion, actually open up Twitch. Long story short, love your vids. Hope you're doing great. Thank you, Gosh. Yeah, I do think that honestly is the reason why we've seen decreasing numbers. We can talk all day long about how my consistency hasn't been there and blah, blah, blah. But even before that, when numbers started going in the downward direction, it was, I think, simply because YouTube stopped recommending my stuff and started recommending other channels. Happens. It happens of no fault of these other channels. They're grinding. They're doing their thing. They're doing great. I support other Isaac content creators. You know this. I play with them. We have fun. But yeah, the algorithm turned against me. And now I'm to the point where I'm like low motivation, feeling bummed out. Not on top of my mods, my VODs like I should be. But it's a thing. It's always, you know, I can always get back on top. I'm not going anywhere. I have longevity on my side. Most YouTubers are gonna be in and out. Most YouTubers probably within a month, and then, you know, the fall off rate really goes up. Videos have been killer though. I'm super proud of my editors. They've been keeping the quality high. Proud of the videos I've been putting out. So, you know, anybody that wants to continue watching my videos can go in and just pick one at random and it'll be a banger. Trust me. Hope things turn back around for you soon. I think we've been talking about it for a while now. I have to find the time to catch up with my VODs and catch up with my editors and catch up with my house and my life before I can really find the extra time that it's gonna take for me to, oh, missed that one because the key that shot into my pocket. Before I have time to dive deep into short form content, which is where I think the future of streaming is, and discoverability. Unfortunately. Necessary evil. Tasty rainbow, was that the subtext there? Lomo, what's going on? How you been? Oh, how I instantly hurt myself there by using a shot. In the unpleasant position of kind of needing to do everything all at once, but also needing to clear out some things so you can focus on others. Yeah, no, I'm definitely overwhelmed, and it's like the second that I try to dive deep on one thing, I'm going to lose or sacrifice two others. So it's really difficult for me to figure out where to put my time. Doing well, man. How are you? Busy. I'm just busy. People ask me, how you doing? And I'm like, it doesn't feel like I should be that busy. Right? And then people are like, what do you mean busy? What do you do with your day? You play video games for a living. And it's like, man, I don't know how to describe it. Congrats on 1 year with Slothy. Hell yeah. I think the game is busted, Huts. Yeah, we definitely hit our goal here of smooshing the game into 1 million. BP, my bud, my dude, my guy. But yeah, time is tough. Have good intentions, but then, you know, let's just say that I have a good day where I'm like, hell yeah, I'm gonna get so much stuff done. It's like dieting. The idea of dieting is so easy. Yeah, just stop eating. Just eat less. But the second that you're like sitting there, like, I'm gonna have an entire, let's say 3 days. I'm gonna go 3 days with removing an entire meal, right? Eating less calories than I'm burning. I'm gonna cut out all sugar and chocolate. That 4th day, your brain is like, I would literally rather just keel over dead than continue doing this. And what do? You binge. It's the same thing with work, where you're like, I'm gonna be so good at work. I'm gonna be so freaking good. I'm gonna be a work horse. I will do nothing but work. That 3rd day or 4th day comes along and you're like, this isn't what life is for. I can't do this anymore. Like, I have to take a break. Hard, man. Hard to get that many things done. I totally forgot about my Diplo. I should have made another puff buddy. My bad. Brain eats sugar, glucose. That's all the brain eats. Referencing, what was that? Schitt's Creek? What was that show that said that? One clicks harder with me being on a massive calorie deficit, but I'm still going strong a week and a half in. Good for you. Good for you. Because I just, man, ugh. It's like that one day comes along where you just can't, you've like physically and mentally can't do it anymore. And then you break, and then you're like, well, I broke. So why even try the next day? So I posted, apparently you can now wear the first 7 seconds of a YouTube video without being demonetized. Swear in the first second. That's it. Is that true? Why dieting is so bad, it associates a bad feeling related to eating. It makes you binge eat and then feel bad. Eating should not make you feel bad. I think that, you know, there's definitely an element of like body positivity and feel comfortable in your own skin, and dieting isn't the answer, and you don't have to be skinny to be happy. But there's also like a big thing here where we're talking about the US specifically, high fructose corn syrup, like all these bad, you know, yellow number 5, whatever the hell it is, all these like unhealthy things, all the sugar that's in everything, the unhealthy portion sizes when you go to a restaurant. And I know for me growing up, this idea that if I were to waste food, that I am literally a criminal and should be locked up or killed immediately. That's what my dad instilled in me. You have all these negative things that are like, yeah, you should be comfortable in the skin that you're wearing, but also like we should do our best to break these really horrible habits. You know what I mean? The lamb, dragon lamb. Dragon these lambs. Now, sorry you guys didn't get to enjoy the Sprite a little bit longer. Or at all, for that matter. I've always been so thin and underweight. Guess I have the opposite problem where I can hardly eat more than I'm used to. I weigh 101. Yeah, there's a lot going on with food. There's a lot to unpack. Sprites were definitely going for something.
I can see forever.
Remember, Diplo, Diplo, Diplo. Chad, help me find something to Diplo. For me, I think one of the biggest things that I want is I just want the greatest chance, ability to essentially be my grandmother, who is turning 90 and still going consistently on walks. She could pick up and play with her at this point in time, great-grandchildren. Like, wow, what an inspiration, man. I gotta take my health more seriously so I can live to 90 and be able to play with my great-grandkids. One of the biggest things, one of the things I think about the most when it comes to that kind of stuff is my grandma. Like, if I can live to 90, I got so much life left. We could try to min-max here and figure out where Delirium could be or could not be. But I think I'm just gonna go. Excuse me. Grandpa got dementia, the thing that genuinely unsettles me more than just dying. Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day too. I thankfully don't have dementia or Alzheimer's in my family, but there's other evil things. Lurking. Delirium cannot be here. It would overlap with the other. Oh, I should have diploed 9 lives. I would have had Guppy. Shoot. Didn't even think about it. I was like, I don't need 18 lives, but no. Could have had Guppy there. 120 volt or damage. 20 years old, just like dieting, I guess it sounds really easy until you actually have to commit. There's just 4 billion things too that will distract you from your diet. Every single food thing you could possibly imagine in the US is rampantly designed to make you addicted. Rampantly, flippantly, whatever. There's a word there I'm looking for. Yeah. First died, overridden by brimstone. Don't eat it. Fast food portions in the US look delicious. So much food. I don't know. The portions, honestly, I at the same time, I feel like they've been getting more and more expensive and smaller and smaller. Shrinkflation. I know I can't say both at the same time. It's very confusing. But. Man, I used to be able to go to Taco Bell and get fat for real cheap. Gonna do anything for us? Bosses. Delirium could be not the far one, I don't think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, not the far one. Could be the close one to me right now. Or the one in the bottom right. I said I wasn't gonna min-max, and here I am. I mean, if they're gonna put it right in front of me, sure. Oh, split shot with those giant tears is kind of funny. Something I didn't really consider was the ability for options to give us multiple items on this floor for bosses and increasing the odds of getting those guppy items. It's lamb again. Portions have been getting smaller and costing more. Yeah, no, I agree. The price for fast food right now is just like actually insane. Nonsensical. 56 bucks on multiple things, only bought 9 items. Yeah, that was me. I went to the grocery store to get a couple of things for my stir fry, and it's like add-ons for like maybe 3 meals that I'm gonna make, and it was like 35 bucks just for the things I'm adding into the meals. I was like, oh man, damn you, baby bok choy and broccoli. Look, I'm gonna put some baby bok choy into my stir fry. I'm not gonna not do baby bok choy. Did you hear the switching? Did you hear the delirium just zipping around? Zip, 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 zip. Yeah, no, it's like just like a really well designed boss. Yeah, no, it's just really good. I don't think it needs to be fixed. I think it's just fine as it is.